Yeah, so one of the things I was thinking about when I was doing my hair was just that that advice that I would give to people early on in marriage is that you need to work out a way to have crucial conversations.
Yeah.
Like you need to be able to have, you know, like be able to, with love and respect. Like me being able to respectfully confront you being able to lovingly confront me.
Yeah.
Because if you're married to somebody and you can't have crucial conversations early on, then
it's gonna be difficult.
Well, not even just difficult. You just coexist with somebody that you can't really get to know. You can't keep them accountable. They can't get to know you. They can't keep you accountable.
Yeah.
And there is no sort of, you know, like growth in the marriage.
I think it depends on how mature both individuals are in the relationship. That will determine how deep the conversations can be.
Right. And like what I was thinking was just like, you know, in the beginning, like we had to make different rules to make sure that we had conversations. And it's not like it get easier now for us, but it don't take us that long then to have the conversation, or it's not that difficult to be like, to recognize like, okay, we need to talk about something. Like remember when we were dating, we were like, okay, the next time we get upset, we probably need to sit close to each other and talk something out, because if we walk away, then there is no coming back to fix it, because the both of us just stubborn.
And the I guess whatever you practice during that crucial time is what's gonna continue in the relationship.
Exactly.
So
and then
if you keep walking away from it, then naturally you're gonna always keep walking away from it.
And then the next thing that we did after a while was, okay, who do we know that the both of us feel comfortable talking to? Even if it was just random people sometimes. And for that season we're like, okay, we feel comfortable sitting down with this couple.
Well,
and we just go and hear everything. And it's not like we were dragging each other through the mud, but at least we knew everything was, you know, we were giving each other permission to put things on the table and have this couple be objective with us and just help us through.
I don't think we've ever gone to random people though. We've maybe
we've
gone to people who we've observed their relationship. Maybe they're not good friends or old friends.
Or maybe they have, what I should say is that it's not that they were around all along.
Yeah, we've seen something in them that we're saying that's a good thing and we would want it in our relationship. So because we see that principle, they're walking in that area that we would love to get better in, then we approach them and we say, hey, could you mentor us, or, you know.
Yeah, but it's not just only mentorship. Like remember we just had Kalina, and I felt like, oh my gosh, Teko doing nothing. You know, you're not waking up, this baby crying forever kind of thing. And I was like, we need to talk to somebody right now. And then it still worked out. Like, you know, the both of us were missing things. Like you were doing a lot that I never recognized, but I was just so tired at the same time, and just talking to like an older couple gave us perspective.
That wasn't really mentoring. We went to them and
right. So that's what I meant, like in terms of critical like conversations or points in your marriage where you need to sort of solve an issue.
I think
because all of the things that you have to solve don't come up in mentoring.
True, that's
and
true.
all of those things don't come up in like marriage prep.
That is true.
So most of the things they talk about in marriage prep, like love and finances and sex and all those stuff. Yeah, those things they play their part, but
in a day to day
things that, you know, they're so small.
True.
And that's really one of the things I was just thinking, like, oh, they really should teach people this in marriage preparation, like marriage counseling. Like, how do you have crucial conversations with each other? How do you confront each other?
Well, I think the key part to understand too is, how do I love you and how do you respect me? Right. And because sometimes the man might feel like the woman is disrespecting him because she wants to address this issue. Right. But it's not out of disrespect. It's her saying that I need more love in this area, so can we address this? Exactly. And I mean also you do have to take into consideration the way in which
because, you know, I think confrontation in itself does have that negative connotation. Like, you shouldn't confront somebody.
Yeah.
But it can be good as well. But it's just the way in which it's done. Like, if I say it disrespectfully, then we won't get anywhere with it. But and if you confront me now when it, right,
yeah.
You know, so yeah, we're learning about love and respect in our life group at church. Well, we just finished the study and still talking it through, working through the details of it. But yeah, and then I was just saying too, like, if you recognize that you really do love this person and you are committed to this relationship, you are committed to this person, you are committed to making it work, you have to want to have those conversations to get them out of the way.
And I mean, what's the point if you're not committed? Or I mean, if you are committed, then just make a choice to deal with it.
Right,
you know?
Right. So yeah, that was something I thought about this morning when I was doing my hair. Like, you know, I was just thinking back on different things that we've had to talk through over the almost 5 years.
I think
just how easier I think it's getting. Where like we can just lay down beside each other and say, hey, well, let's talk about this thing. And it's not like a big issue. You know, we don't feel attacked or anything like that, you know.
I think one of the challenges for men is that well, if you're not from a house, you know, like your parents' household, you know, growing up with both parents and seeing that modeled, it can be difficult. And then especially for men, or I'd say both men and women, you know, we tend to have these discussions in male-only groups or female-only groups.
That's true.
So you never really get to hear the other side of, you know, how women process things, or, you know, the things that, you know, maybe matter to them.
Or like with our life group, like the women don't get to hear all the other men and go, oh, my husband is actually normal.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, you know?
So, you know, because sometimes you feel like it's just you alone, or, you know, you feel isolated, like we're the only ones having this issue. But truth is, you're not the only ones having these issues, you know, other couples are having it.
And the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun, you know, really. And it's just a matter of just recognizing that, stop feeling like you're so special, like you're the only one with this problem, and just start, I hope you never drove in that.
No.
Okay. Roadkill. Anyway, but yeah, you know, seek people out that you can actually talk things through with, because you just coexist with somebody, you live with them, and you don't actually have a relationship with them.
That's true.
And I think that's just a waste of your life. It's a waste of your life. It would be a waste of my life to 5 years be in the same house with you, coexist with you, and we don't have a relationship. Yeah. So yeah, that was a thought I had this morning.
Well, it's good to, you know, it's good for I think the good part about our marriage is just that we try to be intentional to work on different areas, you know, even if, you know, one step at a time. Remember that, you know, once we see a habit that's forming that we realize isn't healthy for our marriage, we try to address it.
Right, because I think that's also an important thing. Like, you need time frames. You know, of course, we're humans. Yeah, we're missionaries, but that don't mean we're saints. You need a little time to be upset sometimes. But there's a certain time frame, and I think like we work that out where at some point we go, okay, this has been going on for too long. We need to work it out now.
And I mean, you also have to be intentional to invest in yourself. Like, go to a conference, go to a workshop, buy a book, you know.
That's true, because we did.
You know, we never just go to people or stuff like that. We've intentionally bought books. We've intentionally gone to certain
I know, we did that marriage seminar,
You know, we search for things. Like, we're not passive about our growth. We're very, you know, proactive. And so we look around, like, what's out there that we can apply that will help us to grow more in our relationship. So I think it's also something that you have to be active about. You have to be really proactive if, you know, when you look at somebody's marriage, or anything that anybody has and it's doing well, whether it's marriage or business or home or farm or whatever, and you're like, whoa, this person thing look good. You know, trust me, they're doing a lot of work. They're working on it, they're investing in it. You know, and sometimes you may have to sacrifice in one area to grow in another area. Right. So yeah, I guess you also have to prioritize, you know, what your focus is, you know, where you want to get to, what you want to accomplish and stuff like that. So think of it in a holistic way, because, you know, when you talk about marriage, it's not just the relationship, because there are so many other factors that play
I mean, yeah, I think I just thought of that thing as like a cornerstone habit that you have to form early, because if you don't, like, you won't be able to go through the different seasons that come with marriage, because you can't figure out everything from day one. You can't figure out everything in marriage counseling. You can't figure out, like, you can't be prepared for every season. Marriage counseling can't be prepared for when you have kids, or when you don't have kids.
Cannot prepare for when you have kids. Or, you know, just, and it's not like they're difficult, but, you know, just the dynamics that change with time and all those stuff. So if you can't have crucial conversations, like if that basic area isn't there, then you just won't be able to work through seasons as they come, you know. And even being able to recognize, like, okay, love might look different in this season for us, because we in this is the dynamic of our life, you know. Or spending time might look different for us. Like this, I bought this for our date night. We have no babysitter coming at some point in the night, so I'm like, use it in the time that you have it. We get the time in the morning, dress up in the morning, you know what I mean? So it's not like before you could be like, okay, yeah, I can dress up later. No. But if you can't have those, see that the seasons change, see that the dynamics are different, have conversations, then I just feel like it's such a waste. True. So that was a thought I had this morning. Let's go eat bagels.